Alright, everybody, welcome back to another episode of On Cue Playthroughs. We are now doing the final mission in Cyberpunk 2077, Nocturne OP55N1. I'm not necessarily sure what those numbers necessarily mean, but it is the point of no return mission, so essentially after this point, once I go through these elevator doors, there's no going back. So before all of this, and in my future videos or the ones that I'll post later, I did do a lot of the side quests, so I completed those just to get as many options as I possibly could before going into this mission. So yeah, like let's get right into it and let's see where the storyline takes us.
God, I feel sick. Don't like this at all. This porcelain bitch is the worst kind of news.
I know. I'll be careful.
Not exactly one of your strong suits. Listen, first sign of trouble, E Delta.
Hanako-samaがお待ちだ。
She emptied the place? Shit.
Excellent. You have come.
Thanks for meeting me.
Of course, V. And I thank you. Before we discuss details, I feel I owe you an explanation. I must tell you why I changed my mind and wish to help.
Weren't sure of anything. If you could trust me, if Yorinobu killed your father. Now...
I knew. From the start.
You knew?
All the board members knew. Not one soul even slightly interested in the matter believed in the poisoning. Details were disparate, inconsistent.
You knew, but didn't do a thing about it. Why? Suddenly sprout a conscience just yesterday?
My father had flaws. I know this. I harbor no illusions about it. When a foe needed removal, my father ordered it without a thought to mercy. A way of being Yorinobu could not abide. But to my father, ends ever justified means. Saburo Arasaka has always valued just one thing. Do you know what it is?
Power.
Family. Our family. I was to be its heart. To uphold life, ensure continuity, stability, never to oppose it.
Huh. Guess Yorinobu's instructions were a little different.
Yorinobu raised his hand against our father, but he is an Arasaka. He is family. I do not expect you to understand. I wish you merely to know I do not oppose my brother willingly, that it is difficult.
He's your brother. It's been hard. It'll be hard. Let's say I get that. What changed your mind?
We received a warning during the parade. Security protocols were violated. The first doubts sprouted then. They grew yet greater in your hideout when my brother's assault group arrived not to rescue, but to kill.
Yorinobu was just plain willing to sacrifice you.
My father was right about my brother. He never cared for us. I was brought up to be the heart of the family. It is time for the Arasakas to listen to their heart. It will bring justice. Did you bring Soul Killer, as we agreed you would?
Finger on the trigger, don't say a word.
Seem on edge. Something got you spooked?
I don't know. 3 times now that AB has flown by.
Think someone might have told you?
We must not get distracted. Did you bring Soul Killer?
Of course I didn't bring Soul Killer. Afraid we don't know each other that well.
You prefer to keep your guard up. Understandable but unnecessary. We are here because I know how to save your life. I can lead you to Mikoshi.
Meaning? Mikoshi don't exist in real space.
Yet its access points do, and one is very near.
Where?
Here in Night City, beneath Arasaka Tower.
We ought to leave. Right now.
Wanna leave?
What gave you that idea?
Quit butting in so I can hear her out.
This is gonna be a disaster.
Sit. We have little time.
I'm enjoying that the dynamic between Johnny and V is becoming more paramount, like the difference in their styles.
Sit. We have little time.
Sure know how to perk up my ears. Go on, talk.
My brother.
You catch a whiff of that? Smells like shit. Careful not to step in it.
He must be made to take responsibility for his deeds.
Sounds like there's
Is everything in
family
order?
matter. Why should I get involved?
You already are. You willed it so.
How you plan to do this?
Yorinobu,
花子さん、そろそろご自宅にお戻りいただいて。
すぐに済むわ。Yorinobu will soon call a meeting of the board. Representatives of all factions are expected to attend. The perfect moment for them to learn the circumstances of my father's death. I will get you into this meeting, and you will testify against my brother.
Testify. Listen, mind if I'm straight with you?
Help me get rid of Yorinobu. I will help you get rid of the construct.
Let's assume it works. Then what? You take the Arasaka throne?
Where would you get that idea?
Figured it as a given. Besides, Takamura said you were supposed to step in for Yorinobu here in Night City.
Everyone must know their place, V. That is a fact my brother has never understood. I know my place, and I have no wish to change it. Well, Zen,
Know my place too. Know exactly where I came from. Maybe, once it's all said and done, I'll find my way back there.
perhaps, if you can prove your value.
Jesus, I'm gonna fucking puke.
So,
Want me to throw Yorinobu under the bus in front of Arasaka top brass? Call me crazy, but that sounds like fucking suicide.
This I know. And that is why we will take all the necessary precautions.
Like, such as?
You will see.
Don't like this at all. Sounds like you want to use me.
No. I simply offer you an opportunity.
Not the first to try.
But what if I am the last? You cannot take that chance.
We're getting the fuck out of here.
Are you well?
Yeah, it's just,
You are bleeding.
Fuck.
It seems you are running out of time. Don't delay. Make your decision.
I'll think it over.
You could use some air. Right now. I warned you.
What are you doing?
Shit, we could be hours from it now, Pete. And you can't stand on your own 2 feet. Well, I'm good to go. Body listens to me. See what I'm getting at?
It was at this moment that I was starting to really get concerned that Johnny was just going to take over the body, and maybe, like, you know, thinking to yourself that you could trust him was a mistake.
Yeah, I get it. I don't like it one bit. I'm still going
Come
strong.
on, face the facts. Pop some pseudo-endotrizine, scooch, and let me get behind the wheel. I'll get us to fucking Mikoshi.
Yeah? How exactly?
Without that porcelain cunt's help, that's for damn sure.
Don't stand a chance without help.
Right about that. But that's why I'll bring Rogue. She's not busted through just yet. Plus, she owes me.
Maybe she'd have stuck her neck out for you half a century ago, but now, I don't see it.
I'll convince her. After all, we know a thing or two about ops like this. We'll blast our way into Socket Tower, just like we did back in the day. Then find the way inside Mikoshi. It's our only chance.
What about Pan Am? She offered help.
Listen, I know you and Pan Am got a thing going. I get it. I do. But that's what makes it such a shitty idea. You don't want to rope her into this. Made the same mistake myself once. You don't want those people involved, their lives on the line, possibly on your conscience. Our one hope is sitting at the afterlife right now, and her name is Rogue.
Hanako's offer's on the table.
I'm sorry. Whose?
Oh, cut the crap. She actually has power, could be our ticket.
Our ticket, huh? Okay, I see your angle. You think working with the corpo cunt is gonna sweeten the deal? Well, let me tell you something. The corpo kleptocracy is not an option. Rogue and I will handle this, just like we used to.
Time. Need to...
Don't you get it? Time is something we are fresh out of.
Gotta stop you, dickhead. What's your scheme? This is my body. I make the calls.
Not this time.
Johnny.
Jesus, look at you. Can't even... Great, you check it out again?
Johnny really doesn't know how to talk to people.
What? Am I?
No, it's not what you think. Not yet.
Easy there. Don't move just yet.
Vic?
You're in pain, I know. Delirious when you arrived, so I had to dose you with beta-haloperidol. But light oversensitivity's a good sign. Means your optic nerves aren't damaged.
My head.
Almost done stabilizing the biochip.
Feels like...
Someone's using your head as a knife block?
How'd I get here?
Drags yourself here, beat to hell and back. Gave Misty a hell of a fright. Then you shoved my patient at the time off the table and demanded you be treated immediately.
Doubt it was your guardian angel.
Huh?
I wasn't completely myself.
Yeah, I know. And that's a bit worrying.
So, how bad we talking? That bad, huh?
Alright, that should be a little better. Try sitting up, carefully.
Okay. Don't expect a miracle.
Slowly.
Another victory for the history books. If you got something to say, Vic, just say it.
How much longer is this going to go on?
You tell me.
Looking at you, not long at all. Next attack, you won't be able to crawl back here. You'll flatline in some back alley. This is your last chance to take matters into your own hands. Understand?
Yeah, I know. Thoughts on where to start?
Jesus, again. Do I have to spell it out? It's in your hands, not mine, and not those of that thing in your head. Now, see that setup over there?
Yeah, what about it?
You'll find the last dose of pseudo-endotrizin there. A gift from Misty. Want to give in to the voices in your head? Go ahead. Take a puff. Go silent. Get out. Or find another way. End things on your own terms. Got a little present for me over there too. Blockers. Manage to walk those few yards to the table. The rest will be up to you and you alone.
You heard him. We've got one last chance. I'm taking the wheel. Endotrizine, Rogue, Sokka Tower. Only way this is gonna work.
Enough, Johnny. I just gotta think about it. Need to stretch your noodle? Fine.
Just
It's not in this basement.
V, Christ, you're talking out loud.
Out loud, what?
Just go fix this thing.
Think I can do it.
Whatever you decide. Let's make sure to get out of here first.
Hey V, I heard... Well, your thoughts?
Shouldn't have had to. Sorry about that.
No need to be. I know what's going on. And I know it won't be easy. For either of you. If you don't want to decide here, I know a much better place.
Sure. Got a feeling Vic's had enough of me as is.
Don't be mad at him. His chakras are all blocked up today. Plus he's had too much coffee.
Let me guess. My aura's sputtering.
Mm-hmm. Afraid so.
Sure, lead the way. Why is this spot special?
I took Jackie there once. It's not far.
Jackie? What's he got to do with any of this?
You'll see. Come on. Top floor. He had the same glum face.
Oh, Jack?
This is it, Chica. I'm done for.
Doesn't sound like the Jackie I knew.
That was a long time ago. His mom had just found out he'd signed up with the Valentinos. Trust me. Senora Wells on one shoulder, your gang Chumbas on the other. No choice can ever seem right.
Mm-hmm.
Life wasn't easy for my Jackie, but he found the courage to bet on himself. After I brought him here.
Ah, that's more like it. Air.
See that? I come here when I need to get away. Be alone with my thoughts.
She's onto something. Ought to sit, mull through some shit yourself.
Thanks, Misty. You were right. Choice spot. So what did Jackie decide up here?
Oh, you know. Gonna be a legend in this city. And I'm gonna leave you alone now. Take your time.
Fucking scared me, know that? Thought you were on your way out.
No, I'm still here.
For now. You know, you should call anyone you want to say goodbye to.
Worst case scenario. That what you expect?
No. But whatever you decide, risk's gonna be high. If things don't go our way. Just fucking do it. Anyone you gotta talk to, now's the time. Pills can wait.
It's actually quite respectable that Johnny at least recognizes that, you know, like, you need the time to actually say goodbye to your loved ones and the time to also think through your decisions.
Calling Pan Am.
This is, of course, despite like his rash, like, personality and his impulsive nature.
Sure as hell hope it's that and only that.
Hey,
Pan Am, hey.
do you know what time it is?
Won't keep you long. Just wanted to hear you.
You picked an interesting hour for it. Me? Okay, what's going on?
To know that we'll see each other again.
What? You know, fine. Fuck
No,
off.
no, not like that.
Make up your mind.
Something I gotta do today. Gonna be high risk, big time, but I have to.
What is it?
It's not for comms. Not really.
Then shut up and tell me where you are. In the city?
Yeah.
Okay, then plant your butt somewhere and wait. I'm on my way.
You don't get it. I can't wait anymore.
This has something to do with what you were telling me before?
It does.
Well, I'll say one thing. There's always a way out. Here's what you need to do. You need to take a few deep breaths. Then rethink all this. Hard. And then you can call me back. Do you know why? Because I am here for you.
But...
End of discussion.
Well played.
Wouldn't let me get a word in edgewise.
Probably for the best. Would have said too much anyway. Was good you called. Wish I'd had the chance to. Come a long way to get here, haven't we? Just think. It all started in a fucking landfill.
Mm-hmm. Then you tried to kill me.
See exactly what I mean. Trying to save your sorry hide now. You can let me do that. Or you can try Panam and her tarmac rats. But then their lives will weigh heavy on your soul. Or you take Arasaka's deal, but then you'll have your own soul on your conscience.
Alright, well, what we have here is definitely the final decision, or at least like the really critical decision in terms of what you as the player of the video game wants in terms of the final ending. I think each one of these decisions is kind of unique in their own way and represent a specific way of going about concluding the themes within this storyline. If you go down the route of, like, let's say Arasaka, you're essentially putting your trust in the corporations that you've worked very actively to go against, or at least like you're going against a lot of the teachings that Johnny did, which in my view anyways made it seem like you're kind of not really learning anything from the actual story, so that didn't seem like it made sense to me at all. The remaining two options kind of are representative of you or Johnny as characters. If you went the way with Rogue, you would basically allow Johnny to get through and do what he needs to do and basically relinquish himself of a lot of his turmoil and his aggressions towards Arasaka, and kind of conclude his storyline, but you in a way would not really get your own sense of fulfillment. Whereas if you went with the Panam route, which was the one that I did end up picking here, it's kind of like V taking a stand in his like own right and like taking control of his life and putting it in his own hands. So ultimately I ended up going with the Panam route. I learned later that there was like another option where you can go just run in yourself with V that doesn't risk the lives of Panam and them, but obviously on this playthrough I didn't get a chance to unlock it. I mean,
Gonna try to ask Panam for help.
You absolutely sure? No going back on this, you know.
Just hold on a minute. Need to think. You ought to go with Rogue. Two of you together got the best shot.
You absolutely sure? No going back on this, you know.
There is another option, you know.
What?
We put all this, the pills, everything, to bed.
If we don't try something, anything, we're both doomed.
Okay, not my best idea ever. Forget I mentioned it. ask Pan Am for help.
You absolutely sure? No going back on this, you know.
I'm gonna try this with Pan Am.
Got a feeling you're gonna regret this decision. At the moment that dawns, I won't be there to help.
Could be my last ride this. If it don't work out, just want to be there for it. Where?
After hearing V say that, definitely felt like I picked like the right decision. I think, you know, as a character or as a person even, you just want to be there for something like this, present.
See you inside Mikoshi. Johnny? Okay, just me now.
Ready to talk?
Ready.
I'm glad to hear that. So tell me,
Need a way into Arasaka Tower. Now.
sorry, what?
I'm serious. Whole thing with Johnny, I don't do something soon, I'm done. Gone.
Slow down. First, why Arasaka Tower?
The tech. Underneath that tower, they got an access point to... well, odd as it sounds, a prison of souls.
A prison of souls?
This might not fly over the hollow. Mikoshi, that's its name. Only place Johnny and I can disentangle for good. It's my last chance.
So, again, just to be clear, you've called me at High Moon to ask me to help you break into Arasaka Tower, or you'll die.
About the gist of it, yeah.
Okay,
What? Okay.
where are you?
Vic's clinic.
The river? Right, I know where it is. Can you hold off on dying for a bit?
Give it a shot, sure.
Good. Don't go.
Definitely kind of sad
I'm coming to get you.
to that you have to kind of take it on your own or have Johnny completely take it over. Of course, that last ending where you can both go together probably feels like the right one because it's almost like a nice culmination of the bond that you guys have built. I will say that this Pan Am ending also feels right in a sense that it's kind of like the end point for V's own growth, where, you know, he moved on from the death of Jackie, found his own group of friends, found a new group to call family, and then learned a lot of lessons from Johnny as well, where he now basically walks his own path. So that it feels right in that way too.
Is that you, V? Or...
Like Vic said, taking matters into my own hands.
so what now?
Wait for my driver.
Come inside. We'll wait together. Since you have to wait, mind if I give you a reading?
Sure, why not?
Some believe uncertainty is an evil that should be dispelled through divination. Others claim it's change that is evil. But that isn't true either. Every minute of every day, we each become someone new. We shouldn't fear change itself, but only who we might change into. Knowing one's path is most important. I devised this layout especially for you and Johnny. Your future is his future, and vice versa.
Okay, I'm ready.
We'll start with you, V. The Fool.
What a surprise.
Let's dig deeper to find its meaning here. The Fool symbolizes the start of a journey, the announcement of something new. It's the inner child, curious of the world, but also naive and reckless. Sounds Sounds a lot like the V I first met. The magician. A person of great talent and charisma. A leader.
Sounds like Johnny.
The card is reversed. That can mean a tendency toward addiction, mental instability.
Okay. Definitely Johnny. He is one great disturbance.
The final cards are about your futures. The lovers.
Huh. Something that doesn't give me the chills, finally.
Balance, friendship, love.
Uh-huh.
V, have you been keeping something from me?
Huh? What? Why?
You're making a strange face.
No. I'm fine. Okay. And Johnny's?
The moon.
Well, it doesn't sound too bad, right?
I don't know, V. The moon is mystery. I think that's for you.
Yep. No mistaking that ride ever.
You scared me, you know that.
Didn't think anything could scare you.
Hey. We're here to help, okay?
Come on, everybody's waiting in camp.
Look out for yourself, V.
Welcome back to the living. You feeling okay?
What happened?
You passed out on the way. We tried shaking you awake, to no avail. Sure does seem like your condition might be getting worse, V. Pan Am asked me to keep an eagle eye on you.
Where'd she go?
She's off debating Saul. You need help, that's clear. They sat right down to figure out how we might do that. Come on, I'll take you to see him. So, V, I heard talk that there's a war coming.
Afraid I don't got a choice, Mitch.
Looks like we don't have one neither. The whole clan knows we set out tomorrow.
They know why? What our aim is?
Look around, V. War-tested veterans are a fistful at most. The rest mostly raid rinky-dink convoys and salvage scrap. So for now, they only know as much as they need to know.
The plan is
The aim is to help you
Do
out.
not go muddying the waters. Not now.
We're sending this clan to its grave.
All right, everybody, that concludes another episode of On Cue Playthroughs. I think I'm going to stop it here, and the next episode is going to be the entire mission after making this decision. So, yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. Make sure you come back for that one, and we'll basically be finishing our Cyberpunk 2077 walkthrough. If you liked my commentary and enjoy some of the content, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.